Hello, hello, everybody.
Welcome back, you guys.
It's your girl, Vicky,
And it's Coco.
and this is a Convict Podcast.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop. Oh my God, I missed you
I
guys.
missed you guys. I was gonna say you, but I remember. Yo, today has been a day. I slept
Oh,
all day. I feel
that,
so refreshed.
that's amazing.
Oh my god. So we just want to say we're sorry, but our girl Vix was under the weather last week.
I'm still technically, I wouldn't say I'm fully still under the weather, but I'm not over it either.
No,
So,
our girl, she was like, she texted me, she was like, I sound congested. I sound this. I'm like, we could skip the week. It's fine.
no,
It's going
seriously.
to be okay. Just because it's when you're sick and you hear people on a podcast sick, you're
It
like,
wouldn't
oh,
have been good. First of
yeah.
all, I was half asleep
We would
at
have been
all.
mid delusional.
It would have been me under a blanket, congested, can't breathe, sleepy, just trying to be here. Like, hey guys, yeah, I'm here.
These are my hot takes, but
You,
also the night clothes starting to hit.
right, you guys deserve so much better than that. So we saved it.
We really did. And you know what? Like I said, it's perfectly okay to not be
Hmm.
okay and take a break. Like sometimes it's okay. Like shit happens.
Yeah,
Real life stuff happens, guys. Again, we
yeah,
are real people
yeah.
dealing with
Mhm.
real shit.
I got mad shit going on at all times of the day, so bear with me. I will try to always put this first and be consistent and show up the way you guys love for me to show up. But if I'm sick, girls, I'm sick. I'm
And
sorry.
especially when it's sick of the nose, the throat, it's too
Oh
much.
my God, yes. Like the whole congestion thing. And then for me, I always lose my voice.
Ugh.
You see, I still can't even talk to my full capacity. And I'm going to try to edit out as much heavy breathing as I can. You wanted the show Hey Arnold with the guy in the background just
Oh, T to Hey Arnold. Oh my
like
god.
that's just gonna be my vibe all episode. And shout out to him for representing for people
For people who are just breathing heavier than normal.
us heavy breathers.
Listen, trying our best every day. That's all we're
You
doing.
know.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think you got sick on the plane. That's something
I
I didn't
think
say, but I
okay,
was like, you definitely got sick on the plane.
so I think it's like a triple combo wham bam, whatever the fuck.
What happened?
Because blades always make me a little scratchy. But then in Mexico, it was too cold to be in that cold ass pool. So me and all my coworkers, we just hung out in the hot tub, which is more like a warm tub. And then I feel like that also makes you very sick.
It was
And
chilly in
then
Mexico?
it just wasn't for me to be in pool water. I need to be scorching hot because then the
Because you
cold.
live in Satan's asshole, that's why.
But I've always been like this. Like if it's cool outside, I'm not trying to get in the water because then I'm
Oh,
gonna be cold.
chilly.
Yeah, like I'm not going ice skating here. Um, so yeah. Oh, and then the third punch is I have two toddlers at daycare who carry every virus known to America at all times of day. So 1, 2, 3 punch. Here I go. I'm sick. Um, but yeah, but there's also something going around because it's not just me. Like a lot of people are sick right now.
No, no, on Tiggery Talks, and also some people that I know that still work in the healthcare business, they're saying that walking pneumonia is going
Mm,
around. That stomach flu again is going around.
stomach
Oh,
flu definitely.
stomach flu is
Hmm.
crazy. Remember, me and Malia were sick with the
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
Then you went away and then got sick.
Hmm.
Oh my god, the way I have been commuting with a mask. Though
Hmm.
I should probably wear the mask at work, but I'm like, that's a lot. I'll wear it during I feel like when you're in the train That's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right, let me
No,
be safe.
absolutely. I mean, work is different because you're there more than you're at home sometimes. So
Exactly. So it's
it's
just like
like a
no.
safe space. Yeah, and it's the same people that go there. So I
Mhm.
get that.
And again,
Yeah,
you could really catch a virus from anywhere. Like that's just like
yeah,
how it works.
yeah.
But it's also it's every year I'm just like, "Oh, I really need to start taking my girl.
Sorry.
It's like every year I always say this, like I need to be more consistent with my vitamins. And
Oh
then
my
that
god.
vitamin C pack could only do so much for me.
Like I spoke a couple weeks ago. Okay, see, I go through binge evers for my health, where like sometimes I'm like really on the shit, and I'm taking all my vitamins, and I'm eating good, and I'm going to the gym, and then I get tired as fuck of all of it,
And then you're like,
and
fuck this.
then I go a couple weeks, I'm not doing any of it, and then I go back to hyper doing it, and then I'm like doing all the shit, and I'm eating all the food, I'm taking all the vitamins, and it's just like an endless cycle. So right now, I'm pretty sure you could guess I'm not doing any of it. And I'm pretty sure around January 1st, I'm gonna get that itch to start doing all of it all over again.
But that's what we always do. Every New Year's is always that like new me, new year, new me.
Yeah.
And like, though I want to say that, I don't know.
I don't want to say New Year, New Me, because I feel like me overall, what I give is what you get. Like what you see, this is it. Like this is me. Hello, I'm here.
We're
But
in our 30s. I'm not changing for nobody.
evolution, what is that? No.
Yeah, I have already had enough character development things happen to me in my life where I'm
Yeah.
good where I am.
I've
Can
humbled
I be a bitch?
myself.
Of course. Do I give a fuck? No. Like, you don't like it? Well, toughen the fuck up. Like,
Grow some fucking balls, you
that's what I'm
pussy. Like
fucking
I don't
saying.
know.
Like, they'll be like, oh, you should be, like, some people are like, you should be more gentler. Or what? Like, what is that fucking gonna do
Right.
for me? I
Right.
am, though. This is always a thing, too. It's like, it's be a good person. I'm not saying don't be a good person. Be a good
Yeah.
person. Be nice. But if you gotta let the bitch come out, guess what?
You asked for the bitch to come out.
Exactly. So like I'm not changing me. I'll change like health wise. Like, maybe on January 1st we will start taking our vitamins. Like my one
Mm-hmm.
a day is definitely sitting in my drawer somewhere and I'm like, I'm gonna start taking that
Absolutely.
one pill. I got biotin. Like I'm ready
Mhm.
for 2025. Which weirdly I've noticed, like I'm only saying 2026. So I don't know what's gonna happen 2025 that I'm skipping the year already.
Yeah, okay, so two things. One, when I say for me how I go into the new year, like you said,
Uh-huh.
like we've already grown. My intention is never to hurt anybody, so like I'm already always nice to people off back. But and I'm really only trying to change for like my kids and my husband. Anybody else can suck my dick. But
Disrespectfully.
I think about habits. I try to stack habits and focus on my habits and how that could better my life or put me in the next level, and things like that. And also things like charity work, all of those things. Those things are the things that I'm putting new. It's not even new me. It's just what I want this year to look like.
Right.
So like with that, like this weekend, me and my husband will be doing our vision boards because we like to plan out the year to try
Oh,
to
that's
like
a
just
cute thing to do.
think about, see, plan, envision what we want to accomplish, right? So that's something that I like to do. Also, what was the other thing you said? Oh,
I'm a
damn it.
bitch.
No, it wasn't you being a bitch. It wasn't that. I lost it.
Oh, vitamins.
Oh, no, it wasn't that.
That wasn't it either? Sis, I don't know what it was then. I don't know. I'm
No,
trying
it's
to think too,
totally
and I'm
fine.
like,
It's totally fine. It'll come back to me another time. But
it'll come
yeah,
back mid pod. I know us.
right. Like when I'm thinking about the next year, I'm thinking about like, can I be a better mom? Because that's important. Can I be, how can I work better to achieve my goals? Because that's important. How can I be a better wife? My friends, this is going to sound really terrible. All of my friends have been here over 5 years. You guys know me, okay? I've also never gotten into fights with my female friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we're good. I don't need to do anything else. Like, I don't. we're good. Like,
I am who I am. If you guys see me through all the phases of my life, come on.
first of all, I am way better now than when you met me. I'll tell you that much. And I can say that to each and every one of my friends because I remember who I was when they met me. But yeah, I mean, as my friend, you could testament. Do I need to be a better friend?
I think you're great. I
See?
don't think you need to change.
See?
But the thing is, too, it's like, and it is actually great to go into the first story of pop culture if I can.
Oh.
I know we're usually we
Oh,
do like banter for like a good like chunk, but that friendship just brought me into like it just reminded me. I
okay.
didn't write a list
Okay.
today. So
Let's do it. Roll with it. Roll with it.
we are going off the books today. I wrote no list to follow. And I wanted to start that, like share the list with you of what I want, like what pop culture I found. But
Yeah.
anyway, you guys know like couple episodes back, I talked about Brianna Chicken Fry and her breakup with Zach Bryan, right? What I didn't mention in that, and I should have, and I feel bad, like a journalist I am. So during she has this best friend, well, not anymore, but they grew up together. They grew up in Boston together. They were like childhood friends for like
Wait, I
15
think
years.
I heard of this. Continue.
Yes. Yes, the Grace O'Malley.
Yes. And
Yes.
they broke up.
They broke up. So that's like um seeing that downfall of their friendship, it's kind of like it's like she said, Brianna, she was like, of course it's always ever gonna sound bad because like I'm the only person talking. While Grace has taken the higher road and not spoken about it. But to like the whole internet is on Grace O'Malley's side. I'm on, to be quite honest, I'm on both sides.
Okay.
Because one is that I think Brianna, she's trying to tell her story, but I think she's not understanding like what her toxic relationship did to her friendship. Because
Right.
in the one story, she said that Zach Bryan went off on a friend, which I'm assuming was Grace, which is like what the internet assumes, saying
Mm-hmm.
you're a leech, you're this, you're that, like you only like were brought up because of Brianna kind of shit. And if that's your best fucking friend and that's your boyfriend, like I've heard of situations where it's like you don't know which one to defend.
You tell him to shut the fuck up.
No, literally. That's what I'm saying too. I'm like, she's like, like I said in like before podcast, she changed her whole personality for this man.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always like I've seen that before. But like again, we have to remember these people are like 24, 25.
Right. They're
Like
just
their frontal lobe is just about to be developed. Like
right.
it's closing as we speak.
They're
So
still
that's what I'm saying.
babies.
Like I put myself in their shoes when I was their age and even younger when I used to like notice that in friend groups beyond my group that like they would choose a boyfriend over their friends and you would see it. And also like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you wouldn't want to comment on the relationship because you don't know if they're going to get back together or not. You as a
Right.
friend will always look out for your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but in this friendship that they had, it sadly like broke up because like she's saying she was not there for her when she was getting bashed online, like Brianna for saying like the things about Eric, the Menendez brothers, about how these girls were also, I'm not blaming them, but they were like how they like to describe, they had like a wild streak when they were younger, like
Mm-hmm.
16, like going out doing this. And like I think there's a story in Atlantic City that like they were like SA'd, like sexually assaulted by these older men in SA. So I mean, I'm sorry, in Atlantic City, while they were like I think 16.
Yeah.
And so when Grace had mentioned she's going back to what is it, to Atlantic City, like the way Brianna said it, she was like something happened about like oh like little girls like don't go, like don't disappear from your friend group, this and that. But apparently the story the essay happened to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the pod, the way Brianna had phrased it, it was like it had only happened to Grace, and it very much looked like she was blaming Grace for what happened to her. And Grace in
Oh,
that
that's
point said it
terrible.
wasn't my fault, which is not your fault at all. Like grown
Yeah.
ass men should not be hanging around fucking 16-year-olds. Like
Right.
um so like that's been the downfall. And then Brianna in a podcast with with it's called BFFs with Josh and David Portnoy.
Mm-hmm.
Um she was just like, Grace never defended me online. Like Grace never stood up for me like online, saying like we're good, we're friends, this and that. And she felt hurt by that because she was like you know the heat I'm getting why are you not trying to defend me online? She's like, but you know we're best friends. Like, come on. So Brianna's point of view is that Grace didn't defend her online because she knew it was building her up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, I'm just like, but Brianna, you were doing hella negative shit too.
Right.
Like, it's Grace probably also, like, when you're in a bad relationship, it does affect your friendships.
Yeah.
And I remember that when I also went through a bad relationship, and though I would say my friends that were there, they were slapping me, like trying to slap me to get right. But like, you were always gonna be there for friends. But there's a point in time where you're just like, yo, bitch, like I can't help you anymore
Over
either.
it.
Like,
Right.
over it. I'm tired of it. There have been people that I remember were like, I don't want to talk about this anymore until you figure it out for yourself.
I
And
think
that
that was.
has happened, I think, in a lot of friend groups, like in general. So
Mm-hmm.
now Grace has and the way they were coming at the podcast too, I was like, it is kind of weird that like they should have had her on too to tell both sides. But
Yeah.
it is at the end of the day like Brianna, Josh, and Dave's podcast, so they could do whatever the
Mm-hmm.
hell they want. But Grace hasn't really spoken about it. She is doing comedy shows, and she like mentioned in the comedy show like it's a 15-year friendship that now is like no longer. Like,
That's
I
so
don't
good.
know if they could mend their relationship, which brings me
Mhm.
to the topic. Like, have you ever been through a friendship breakup?
I have. So
Hmm.
like, oh, this should have been deep dark thoughts.
Sorry. It's just because it
No,
was
it's
to lose
fine.
track. Yeah.
It's totally fine. You already put a disclaimer that you're all over the place, that we're just ping ponging. But as long as it flows, it doesn't really matter. I had, okay, so it wasn't, okay, so there were a couple and they really hurt. And it
They're
wasn't
worse than
even,
an actual breakup from like a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
yeah, and it wasn't even like a breakup. It's like, okay, so I had a best friend in high school and she just stopped talking to me out of nowhere. And I'm just like, where'd you go? You
Yeah.
know? And I mean, to this day, like, I don't know. Now I just feel like I know where she is if I want to reach out to her, but it's just like, for what? You know?
Right.
And
My
then,
life still continued.
right. And it's like, I don't know why you just left to begin with. So, like, I don't know where to go from here on. And then I have, we grew up like cousins and we were like inseparable. And then we got into like one little argument where she didn't like something I said and she just cut me off. And I haven't spoken to her in like over 10 years. And it's just like, it's sad, but it's just like, I honestly, for her, I have no idea how to find her. Like, I don't know where she is. I don't even see her on Facebook, nothing. So I just wish her the best. I pray for her. That's it. It's sad.
Yeah. Friendship breakups are a lot, especially when you don't know why the breakup happened.
Right.
Like sometimes and I always say this, sometimes you really just outgrow people and people outgrow
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And I think that's sometimes a very hard thing to wrap
Hmm.
around like your head. Like as like for me for sure, I was like, wow, like that it sucks.
Yeah.
Cause you always, and this is just how like I value my friendships a lot. So like when you go through a breakup of friendship, it's just like, wow, like I really thought you were gonna be in my life forever. And then like now it's been like, let's say it's been like, I just want to throw a number out, like it's been 5 years, and I'm like, wow, my life
Hmm.
still continued. And though we may not know what's going on in each other's lives anymore, I will always wish people the best.
Yeah, of
Hope you're
course.
happy, hope your career is going where you want it to be. I
Right.
hope you have made other friends that you like are not part of, and sometimes it just
Hmm.
naturally does happen. It
Yeah.
sucks because like for me, once like you're my friend, like you will know everything about me. Like I don't
Yeah.
hide anything at all. Like I also because
Hmm.
I can't hide anything because I need genuine like advice. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna sell you as a fake person. I'm like, I am who I am. I'm not changing.
Hmm.
So then it just sucks when it happens. And to see like a friendship like that, like obviously we dealt with our friendship breakups, personal life, like not ever
Hmm.
broadcast, like, but to see it fall out
And then
like
be in
in
public.
real time, like it
Right.
just sucks. Like they were so close. And like it just brings me back to like the way Brianna was saying, like, and I heard this from another take from another podcast I listened to, and it was just like, I think it's the way Brianna phrased it wasn't correct, but if I'm Grace, I'm taking that as salty too. So like
Mhm.
Plan B was started by Brianna in her dorm room when she was in college, I think in Ohio. And then she quit college. She brought the pod to Barstool, and it was her own individual podcast. And then she kept bringing Grace on. Like
Mhm.
she really told Grace, like she was like, "Hey, I'm moving to New York. Do you want to move with me?" Right? Like things like from what I saw, that was it. And I think I kind of saw like their downfall of their friendship when like Brianna started like messing around with people in the friend group, which was Grace's friends.
Mhm.
Like it was just a lot of messiness, and I'm not blaming Brianna, but it's just like you could tell like something was gonna happen, but God knows
Mhm.
when it was gonna happen. And now for them to both be big stars on their own, like in their
Right.
own right, it just sucks to see a friendship go down. Like friendship breakups are just hard. And like now
Yeah.
I mean, Grace is now signed to Alex Cooper's podcast network,
Mhm.
Unwell, which is amazing because Alex Cooper also comes from Barstool. So it's
Mhm.
just like, damn, like talk about just like
And
craziness in
Alex
general.
Cooper, didn't she have a similar situation?
So the thing we call her daddy, I feel like what wasn't the same is that Sophia and Alex like were close friends, but they had met to find an apartment together. They weren't 15 years of
Right,
friendship.
right, right,
It
right,
was
right.
like a 2-3 year friendship that sadly ended when they also were trying
Right.
to figure out what they're gonna do. Like this is you had grown up with this person before Fame.
Right. This person's your sister at this
Yeah, this
point.
person is your sister, and for that to be the
Mhm.
breakup, that's crazy too.
Yeah.
I also saw somebody say a hot take. They're like, Brianna's acting like she's not the one that got dumped. I was like, damn, yo, people be coming out here like
People are
the Zach
so
Bryan situation.
fucked up.
People are like, Brianna keeps talking about the Zach Bryan situation, like she's acting like she's the one that dumped him when in reality it was him that dumped her. And I was like, yo, people are vicious. People are, I mean, correct, but vicious.
Okay, so
Sorry.
on theme of like girl friendships, breakups, mean girl shit, Love Island Australia again.
How is that going?
Okay, so you haven't watched a single episode, have you?
I am on episode 2. Don't tell
Okay,
me. Episode 1, I fell in love with so many people.
so you see how bitchy Hannah is in the beginning. The hot blonde.
No, she hasn't been bitchy yet.
Okay, but okay, so the bitchiest that she is in
Uh-huh.
these first couple episodes.
Oh, I
Like the
mean,
first one, while Aisha is there, is her at her
Alicia's
bitchy.
the one with the tattoos, right?
No, that's M.
Okay, I still don't know their faces.
Aisha is
I
the
like Mimi.
you like yeah, okay. Mimi, I used to love Mimi.
Okay.
But then this thing started happening where it's like they I think I was talking about this last night where they're so catty towards each other. Like Hannah has a friend, Kayla, and Mimi and M are besties. And
Ooh.
they just like they always talk shit about the other group, right? But then Mimi and M are like, well, I said it to your face, so I'm not fake. You're a fake bitch. And the only reason Mimi and M said it to their face is because Hannah and Kayla asked to talk to them about why they don't like them. It's not like they went up to them and was like, I feel this. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Yeah.
addressed and he said it. So I don't think you get extra kudo points for that. And then, so movie night came out. You
Ooh, from
know,
Hotel Amor?
from everything. You know, I love movie night. And it just shows the movie title is Mean Girls, and it shows Hannah being mean, Kayla being mean, and being mean, Mimi being mean, and all of them, like everybody talking shit. And Mimi and Em are just like, yeah, you guys are fake fucking bitches. Say it to my face. And Mimi's like, call me insecure to my face. Say it to my fucking face. And Hannah and Kayla are just like, you guys talk shit about us as well. So, like, why is this a problem? And it just doesn't make any sense to me why Mimi and Em, this really turned me off of Mimi and Em because they walk around and they're like, I'm a real girl. I'm, like, they're the real ones, all of that.
Oh
But they're
my
just
god.
it's just giving like righteous as fuck. Like I do no wrong. I could do
It was
whatever I
giving
want.
blindness to your own fault.
Right. Right. Like Mimi and Em literally told these girls like I will never be your friend outside of here. You're not my type of girl. Mimi called Hannah a chameleon and said that's worse than a fake ass bitch. Like all of these things, all that. The only thing Hannah actually didn't say anything about Mimi or M. Kayla did. She said that at one point M and Hannah are going after the same guy, and Kayla goes that it's giving Wicked Barbie versus Wicked Witch of the West, but it's because M was being so fucking mean. So it wasn't like she wasn't like saying she's ugly. She's saying like her energy is like
Ugly.
wicked. Yeah, like Wicked Witch of the West.
Sometimes
So
the way your energy and personality is could turn you into an ugly bitch.
right, and then you could
And that
tell,
goes for men too. That goes for men too.
and you could tell that it's not just like the blonde, because Hannah and Kayla are both blonde. It's not just the blonde girls, because even the guys, they're talking about Emma. They're like, yo, she's so different now. Like, I don't like her energy. I don't like the way she's been acting. So it is giving Wicked, where it's the Wicked Witch of the West versus Barbie Princess.
I'm gonna Google who M is just so I know who you're talking about.
She's the one with the tattoos.
You could tell she was catty from day one, though.
Yeah, no, she's so catty.
Like
and then
the way she was like, I'm not something about like the guy she chose and everything. I was like, girl, calm it down.
no, she
Oh wait, no.
she gets more and more bitchy as the episodes go on.
This is Emery. This is the one I'm
Yes.
talking about. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
She
Not the
gets
bitchiness.
she gets so bitchy as the show goes on. And I don't think she reads how she's reading, because I think she thinks like she's Queen of Love Island. Everybody loves her. Everybody sees her realness, and it's like you're giving bitch, and that's it. Like you're giving bitch. Like I don't understand, but I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe other people have different perspective on it. I haven't seen comments on it because Australia isn't as big in the US as UK or US is. So
Well,
I
be
don't know.
proud, because in my friend groups, I'm trying to get people to watch Australia. So hopefully it will become bigger. At least in our group, at least in our world, it will become bigger.
Yes. No. So on the trip, I went on my company retreat last week.
That's right. Our girl was living her life in Mexico. Next year we'll be live casting from there when I go with Vicky and kick Rich out. Rich, you have kids to watch.
Yeah, but my coworker brought his girlfriend, and we were talking about it, and she watches it too, but she's not as far as me. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess I can't really talk to you about it. But then she started talking to me about Love Island UK, and because there is a couple that just recently got divorced from Love Island UK, and it's shit, what's his name? It's Tommy and Molly.
Fury,
yes.
Fury.
Yes.
I know who you're talking about. That shit was rough.
Yeah. So Molly May is now getting a documentary. So I was like, but why would she be getting a documentary? Like, that's weird, right? Because it's like, it will have to be like something really big happening within the relationship for her to get a whole.
Wait, are they getting divorced or they just broke up? I don't think they were ever married.
Yeah, they were married with a kid.
I knew they had the kid. I thought they were engaged this whole time. I didn't know they were divorced.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
You're like, bitch, potato.
Yeah, you're the journalist. I say whatever the fuck I want.
Convict facts only.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, no fact checking here. But like I was saying, shit, let me out. Oh, so she goes, well, it's because the Furies were gypsies. So they want to know, like, I guess they're doing a documentary on her because the whole gypsy thing was getting in between their relationship. And, like, kind of how, like, everybody's getting into Mormonism now in the US. They're kind of getting into the whole gypsy world over there. And I'm like, I need to be in all the pools. What is this gypsy world? Like, growing up, I feel like I've heard gypsy, you know. I think of like
TLTC. What is it called? TLS.
See?
Wow, I'm having a stroke. What is it called?
TLC.
TLC has a show, Gypsy, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, Gypsy
Yeah,
Sisters. Like, it's all
yeah,
that, yeah.
yeah. But like, so now they're getting. But I feel like nobody really
No,
pays attention to that.
Tom Furry? What is it? Furry?
Tom Fury.
Fury? He was just a cheater. That has nothing to do with the Gypsy.
But this
He
is
just
why
stuck
she.
his dick somewhere else in another
But
vagina.
this is why she's getting a documentary because of the whole gypsy thing. So now I'm like, okay, so now I need to look out for that, and I need to go watch all those TLC shows you just mentioned, so that I can get all my knowledge. Because this is how I learn about culture, apparently. Like, this is
I'm telling
how I
you,
figure
it's
it out.
TLC, My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding. That first season was gold. Maybe the
Okay,
second season too. But they're
okay,
all like, from what I saw, they were all in like Virginia, like the South.
they're in America,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay, even more interesting.
Yeah. And then they do mention like about European gypsies too. Because like gypsies are just known to be like, well, I have always been taught like gypsy is just like somebody that like picks up and moves.
That's how I thought too. Like a
But
nomad.
there's apparently like the other side where gypsies like people would stereotype gypsy as like thieves and like people like they always say like you need to watch your wallet when you're around gypsies kind of thing. They're also like stereotyped to be very loud and very this, but like when you start watching the TLC show, and I don't know if that goes for every single gypsy, but at least for the gypsies they showed on TLC, like these girls, like girls at 14, maybe even younger, will like dress a little bit, I will say slutty. Like
the political term I'm looking for is like a slut.
like they will dress very provocative. Like at a young age, but like
Or
they're very strict with like
slutty.
keeping like the girls virgins until they get married. But they
Yeah.
also pull, I don't know, again, that show in TLC was like 2011, 2007 maybe. So I don't know, like, but they pulled the girls out of school so young. Like they
Why
pulled them
is
out at
that so
14,
far away?
15. Huh?
Why is that like a decade ago? 2007,
Yeah,
2011.
like I really don't know. Like I want to say it was like 2007, like 2011, 2012, like around
Isn't it
that.
crazy? Like, oh my
Yeah, and they
god.
would pull the girls out of school like at age 14 because they don't want the girls to know about like sex or anything like that. Like they fly blind on their wedding night kind of shit.
Yikes. That's
But
kind
I
of
mean, again,
weird.
I don't know like if that's still real
Oh
or not.
my god. I don't think I even mentioned
What
this.
happened?
Okay. So,
I'm
you
nervy.
know how I just said I learned all my culture through reality TV.
Right.
So, watching The Housewives of Salt Lake City, right? There's Mormons.
Yes.
Heather Gay, she is a former Mormon, but she kind of like her great grandpappy started Mormonism.
Not
So like
grandpappy.
she she knows Mormonism and she like gets us like she breaks things down for us basically, right? So they were saying, okay, I'm gonna get these terms wrong and I know it, but bear with me. So it's like, you know how like everybody, how growing up there would be like Christian white girls, they do anal so that they could stay pure.
Yes.
So the Mormon way,
That whole doesn't matter.
yes. So the Mormon way is they soak a hot dog. So what they do is they put the penis in and don't move.
Oh yeah, and then somebody will shake the bed or something like
Oh,
that. I've
that's
heard of that.
something else.
I've heard of
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
where have you heard this before?
I actually heard of that before, like the secret house, like the secret thing about Mormon
The
wives.
secret life of Mormon wives. But okay, so when they jump the bed, that's something else. That's called something else. I forgot what it's called.
Shaking.
That's called no. It's something funnier than that.
Oh.
It's
But it's
like
also like kind of like how they say like Mormons like wear those like
yeah, the
garments.
garments.
Yeah. I don't know
No,
what else to comment on it.
the shaking one is hilarious because I just want to paint the picture for the people who don't know. Your man, this is you. He puts penis inside puss. Then other party
Third
jump
party.
on bed.
and shakes like the head.
It shakes the bed because if your boyfriend didn't move, it's not gyration, which means he did not thrust, which means it's not sex.
So are they just testing the shallow waters? Because they don't break like the hymen, I'm assuming, right?
No, the penis is in it.
Yeah, I don't
You have to
understand it.
break the hymen to get into the vagina, Connie.
No, I know. I'm just saying, I just don't understand like their thoughts.
It's just because they can't have sex, so they're trying to get as close
Just
to it as
do anal,
possible.
guy. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. You put some dick.
Just have sex, you guys. We are in 2024.
At that point, if you're to the point where somebody is jumping on the bed,
we have lost the plot. I also don't think like I'm trying to think about myself like is that like a threesome then? Like am I then sucking that?
I would consider that a threesome. What is he getting out of this?
Yeah, like is
what
he
is
just like a professional bed shaker? Like what if he has other issues? That man could be a serial killer. Yeah, does he get or she?
What is the compensation? Like, do I get to choose what I get paid with for shaking this bed, or like what's happening?
Wouldn't it just be so funny? You're like, okay,
am I next?
sexy, like my man's turned on, he's hard, and I just like shove the penis in my vagina and just lay there.
You can't move.
That's what I'm saying. Just lay there.
Yeah.
And then I have this person, third party. Come in.
Hopefully you know
like
who
the way
person
I
is.
would be laughing, mortified at that point. Let's just fuck. Like, what am I doing? This is also.
Is this a porno?
I'm about to expose myself right now because, like,
oh my god.
No, like, because when I went to Catholic school, it was definitely like we were taught abstinence right away. Like,
yeah,
we had sex ed, but like I think we had that like in senior year. When I'm like, there's like girls that got pregnant already. I'm like, I think we got this in freshman year, but whatever. I also and I've expressed this before. Like, I also come from a household where we didn't talk about sex.
Yeah,
like it was just like a taboo thing to talk about. So like I remember like I was making out with this guy, and I'm like, wow, like. Who brings the condoms? Like I knew about condoms at least, but like I remember it's just like what like happens, like what? And then this is why I said like college was really where I learned a lot more than I did in high school. I feel high school I was very like sheltered. College I would say I was still kind of sheltered, but at least I got exposed more.
I feel like that's how it should be though.
Yeah, like because I remember definitely like going to like this program, making out with like somebody in the bathroom stall, but like leaving it to that. Like like you'll touch a hard penis, but like that's really about it. And I was like, it's not going more than that because in my mind I was like, I'm so scared of what to do next because I don't know.
But you see, okay, so that makes me worry. That makes me feel like somebody help these Mormon girls who are on this bed with her boyfriend's dick in her and her boyfriend's
only missionary
taking the bed. Right. And then also, like, is he next? What is he doing there?
That's if that's a he. It could be a woman too.
That is true too. I would request. It has to be my bestie, not yours. Fogger?
Alexa just started talking.
Alexa, mind your freaking business.
Alexa was like, it's 5 o'clock. I'm like, bitch, you gave me a heart attack.
Mine just started talking.
What did she say?
I don't know. I was too shocked to listen. My ear stopped working.
My body shut down.
No, but yeah, okay. That is hilarious. No, I need Mormon girls to like tell us what the deal is. And then what the craziest part is, these girls were sober doing this shit. I could not lay there.
The way I would be laughing. The way I can't even take some shit seriously now. Like
the way that I would be like, my rational brain will come in like, what the fuck are you doing? Get your dumb ass up.
But also, like, I would say, yeah, I would want, like, if that was, like, would I want my best friend? Probably, because I feel like I can't have another man there. Like,
no, because then they just ran a train on you.
I haven't heard run a train on you, like, the term in so long. Like it just hit me back to that. When guys would talk like that, like, we're gonna run a train, I was like, what?
They were planning. Disgusting.
Wow. If that instant flashback, I was like, wait, hold on, I want to clear it up. I have never had a train ran on me. Hold on. I just heard how that sounded. I wanted
I'm like, why are you so traumatized? Hold on.
it to be clear. I never had a train wreck.
Know this about you. I'm scared. What are you saying?
Because I just remember guys like that talking like that, like where
Yeah.
and like the way I said it, I was like, wait, I don't want. And even if you did have a train run on you, like congratulations, you're probably having great
Do
sex
you,
too.
boo?
Boo.
Do
I'm
you?
just saying, like I just wanted to clear my name in it. Like it was.
I just wasn't one of those girls.
Wait, what did you say?
No, I said that you're like I just wasn't one of those girls.
I just wasn't.
No, because you
Not
were
that
like
I'm
really
shaming. It
traumatized.
just wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
shit was funny.
No, it was crazy.
The shaking
Okay.
of the nah, I'm not gonna be like I heard that before.
No, but this
I have
is
what?
then
No,
you
one of my friends, she's an ex Mormon, so she would tell me things, especially when the show came out. I had questions, but I feel like I heard the shaking of the bed somewhere else too. I just can't remember, so I'm not gonna quote anything. I also, when it comes to these things, like I'll ask questions, but then like I feel like convict facts coming straight. I'm like, this is what I heard though, so just correct
this
my
is
what I
what's
hear.
actually real. Okay, so this brings me to my next thing. And it's just because like they're just all tying together.
Oh my
So
god.
we just have to go. So this is this comedian actress. I forgot her name. But she's in the show. I think her name is Sashir. No, Sashir Zamata. When she's in the show called Agatha All Along on Disney. And if you don't know what that show is, it's about a witch named Agatha who's part of the MCU world.
Oh yes,
And
yes, 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 yes.
so she's in that show. So she's
What's the
telling
show's
this
name again?
Agatha All Along on Disney.
The show,
So
the
she's
other show you're talking about.
huh?
The other show you're talking about.
That's the only show.
Oh.
Okay. So anyways, so this is a joke, but I feel like it's true. I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
Okay.
A woman riding a broomstick comes from women being caught putting the hallucinogenic drug DMT on the end of a broom and masturbating with it. So they were flying.
No, that can't be true.
You don't
I'm
believe
thinking
it?
because putting a broomstick of your vagina just feels like it hurt. It will hurt.
Well,
That's like people who put like
okay, so what would you use if it's like before dildos were like readily accessible? What would you use?
that's wood. And those
Mm-hmm.
in the times that you're thinking, they didn't have plastic brooms.
Right. So they didn't have plastic.
Wood
Everything was gonna be made out of wood. So what?
right, but wood would give you a splinter.
It can. Not if you sand that shit down first. Like, I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think they were sanding shit down
So what would you use?
to masturbate back in the
Yeah.
1800s.
Yeah.
I don't know. My hands probably
As a dildo.
as
Your
a
hands, you just gonna
dildo.
shove the whole shit up there.
Nah,
Like fisting. Isn't that what that is? Fisting?
when you shove your whole fist, but I don't know. I can't.
I'm Googling dildos from the 1800s.
That's a good Google search.
Yeah, it's basically wood stick.
But she said broom.
Bitch, it's a wood stick. Like,
I just feel like she was technical and said broom. Like that's
look. Yeah, but if you couldn't get like one of these and you had a broom,
I don't know.
you're
I
gonna shove that shit up there. That's crazy.
feel
That's
like that would
very
hurt.
aggressive. It's very aggressive, but I also feel like they fucking did that shit.
Oh, probably.
I definitely think they did that shit.
That's I just there's just some things I need more logic to it to make sense.
Look at these. These are Roman dildos.
Wait, put it closer to the screen because I can't see. It's like the glare. Still the glare. Like tilt it. Yeah. Oh my god.
Roman dildos. It's made from wood. But that's hilarious. And I just think that's really funny, and I feel really sorry for all the women of the 1800s that had to have splinter dildos.
No, for real.
And
Thank God you have
possibly
like access to
I
random
can't.
dildos now.
Okay. So like I know I gave birth, but I had C-sections. So I don't know what it's like for my actual vaginal canal to open and have something go through it. I hate the pap smear examination. I
Such a
can't imagine.
cold thing up there.
I can't even imagine putting wood and then getting a splinter. That would be.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But that don't mean that's not what they did.
I don't know. That's a hard sell for me.
They didn't have all the stuff we have now.
No, like I am very appreciative to be born in this. Like I could just buy a dildo right now, if anything.
No facts. Amazon have it tomorrow, but
literally Prime Day.
Does Amazon sell dildos?
They do. I actually bought my first vibrator on Amazon.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Learn something new every day.
Was this vibrator though insertable? I don't think my first vibrator was insertable. Maybe it was. I don't remember.
What's your favorite type?
A vibrator?
Yeah.
The
name of this
like
podcast.
the wand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the name of this podcast is gonna be "Let's Talk About Sex."
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Yeah.
But whatchamacallit? I mean, this is also like there's people that do like cocaine up the ass, you know, like to get a stronger hit. So like you never know what
I'm saying.
That's like the point I want. Like look at like the Wolf of Wall Street. Remember when he was doing coke off that stripper's asshole?
Yeah.
And I think he was doing coke too in his asshole too. Like there's a lot of drugs going up in there. Basically, I heard it's to get a faster high. I have not done it, but that's what I've heard.
I don't do hard enough drugs to do shit like that. Like I do.
We just do gummies. Like
it's literally just gummies.
It's literally that.
And that's it. I'll do a mushroom gummy.
Like I said, I want a microdose on mushrooms so bad.
I want a full dose on mushrooms and microdose on mushrooms. Okay, so that's the other thing. In Mexico, I met somebody and they told me that they do mushrooms like regularly, and like at their wedding, their father was handing out mushrooms.
We just love like,
and I'm just like, okay, so where was my invitation? Because I would love to do mushrooms.
We love a drug-friendly like place like that. Like that's so nice.
The way they described their wedding, it was like in nature.
Oh,
it's like
mountain vibes.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Well, that brings me to my second thing in pop culture. Not pop culture. This is actual like news.
I really love how we're flowing today.
Listen, vibes only. I'm gonna text Rich again on the group chat. Take them kids some McDonald's. Take them kids. You said you may or may not need to take them kids to the babysitter at the gym. Like, let's do this. Because we got.
Don't bring them home.
Don't bring them home until like 8 p.m. Actually, before 8 p.m. because I gotta go to CVS to pick something up. But this brings me to my second thing about nature. Definitely not correlated whatsoever, but it just reminded me a spark of memory. This is actual real news. This is not pop news.
Oh.
There have been sightings of drones in Jersey and like in New York and Connecticut, the tri-state area. Like, and all the times, and I'm like, guys, and apparently, did I talk about this in the last pod? I don't remember. Apparently, it's like illegal to shoot drones down. But I'm like, we're definitely getting spied on. Like, I want people to know. Like, people are like trying to say, no, they're this and that. I'm like, no, it's definitely spies. Like, from like, we have enough enemies that will love to spy on us.
I feel like the government likes to distract us with bullshit, and this is this.
This is one of them too, because then people are like, "This is a UFO." Okay, but they've been told us aliens are here. Like, what does one have to do with the other?
And that they live in the ocean. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome for saying this. Okay, over and over. I actually was gonna start today's podcast, and I forgot. For the first time ever, putting on a tinfoil hat. I was going to do it today, but today is Christmas,
We have
Next one.
our little ears in our hat.
Next one. I will have my tinfoil hat.
I'm gonna put like a third eye right here just to fuck with people. Like just poof, like a
This
googly
is
eye.
now
I'm not even gonna be a professional
puppy.
googly eye.
I just realized I'm not wearing my ring. Oh, I didn't go anywhere. But this is now.
Rich don't listen to us. Our men don't support us.
And we're okay with that, babe.
Yeah.
Don't. If you are listening, turn it off.
You know what's crazy? Jose did tell me the other day that he like sometimes listens.
No.
So, but I'm like, what episode? I'm pretty sure his friends send the clips when like I talk about him to him.
Yeah.
But like, what episode are you listening to? Because you're not listening to like in order, so you don't know what I'm referring to.
Yeah. And then also, we didn't give you permission.
No, I want them to support us, but just like rate it. Like, don't listen. No, but listen. But don't listen.
I want them to support, as in share it, subscribe, like it, tell your friends to listen. I don't know if I want them to listen.
I don't mind. Whatever, YOLO.
We also make fun of Rich a lot. So,
do we?
The high episode, it was like
Yo, I think you know what we should do with the high episode? Like randomly go back and like we'll never release the full video, guys.
No.
Like, but we should release like little clips, like very sporadically.
Yeah, random as fuck.
Like when the days that we don't film a pod because like shit happens, like we should like, take this little like 1 minute clip from the high pod where yo, I'll never forget. I so fucking high. And we thought Dad was mad at us the whole time, and then for it to be like he wasn't mad at us at all.
By the way, Rich's dad.
What?
Because you said you thought Dad was mad at us, so I'm clarifying that Rich's dad.
Oh, Rich's dad. I was like, I thought you said like Rich's dad, and I'm like,
I've never met my husband. The way that his voice is set up, he just sounds serious all the time. Even when he's joking, and then it's just like this monotone, like, yeah, da-da-da-da. And then he'll think everybody knows he's joking, but it's like, oh, babe, everybody thinks you're ready to kill somebody.
Is Rich a serial killer?
No. He's too sensitive.
I didn't realize we made fun of
It's because sometimes I'm like, okay, babe, just listen to this part. I said this. Is this okay? And then like, yeah, I don't care.
This episode's not okay for him to listen to it.
Yeah,
no.
He was here for half of it. He just left.
It was like 2 weeks ago when he was like, you texted me. What did he say? I remember because when I was editing, I heard it and I was laughing in my room. He was just like, oh, you're still recording? You're like, yeah, I texted you. And he was like, that was like 3 hours ago. You were like, it was 20 minutes. That shit had me rolling.
It was literally, he meant that I texted him, I'm starting to record 3 hours ago. But 20 minutes ago, I said, can you not come home?
Are we texting him that now, though? Hold on.
I told him already.
Oh, okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring them kids home. Okay, so the drones. We're definitely being spied on, but I feel like, again, like, this is just like a cover up for something else that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like, these drones, they, like, there's like a, there was like on this man's like land, whatever. And the FBI was like, oh, we can't disclose what's going on. It's like, please do. Like, why are there drones? Who is spying on us? But also, like, should I get picture ready? Like, you know?
Should I just be posing?
Should I just pose like, yeah, like, also, like, when people are like, that's
is there a dress code?
That's a UFO. Okay, they have been telling us, like, we've been known aliens exist, bitch.
First
like,
of all, it is not a UFO. They keep pointing us in the wrong direction. The UFOs are not coming from up. They're coming from down.
No, bitch, they're also coming from up. They're also
to
coming
the
from up.
black holes in
They're
the
also
ocean.
coming from up.
If they're coming from up, explain to me this. Explain to me how they already disclosed that there are aliens living in the bottom of the ocean, but we've never seen an alien land in the fucking ocean. If they're coming from up, where were the ships? They are coming from below.
They're coming from both sides.
You believe what you want to believe.
Yeah.
I
You know what?
believe that
Our
there.
conspiracies is for anybody who wants to believe our sides.
I believe that they travel through the black holes, just like I said I was gonna put in my book, Marley the Mermaid, and they go to Saturn and all of that other shit. That's what I believe. I don't believe that they have like all these spaceships and blah 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 and blizzy blazzy blah.
See, I do believe that. I do believe that there's obviously other life in other planets besides ours.
Absolutely.
So, I do believe they could come from up, and they can come
Also,
from down.
I think that the whole idea of flying in a spaceship from planet to planet is so, how do you say, like, outdated. Like, think about it. It takes so much time to travel from one planet to planet, right? These
Not if you're
people,
advanced in technology, like they are probably.
that's not advanced technology. I think that they know how to just appear.
Oh, like teleport?
Yeah.
Bitch, I wish I could teleport. Sometimes I just the way I get ready sometimes in the morning, I'm like, yo, like I'm fucking playing around.
Would that be like your superpower? Like if you could choose a superpower?
I think so. I think teleporting would definitely be one of my superpowers.
One. I can never choose one. I'm like, why? I don't know.
That's why I said one of.
Right. I'm always like, bitch, I want it all.
Right, like I would love to
I want
fly.
all the superpowers, okay?
Like,
did you see that the 2 astronauts that are stuck in space have Christmas hats?
They do?
They have Christmas hats. They took a picture with Christmas hats. And they like took a selfie of the 2 of them in like Christmas hats and stuff and posted it somewhere. And now it's like viral because everybody's like, so you're telling me
I'm like,
you're telling me that these people who are stuck in space
that have been stuck there for a hot minute.
Care package with Christmas hats, but can't nobody go up there and save them?
So I heard that they're supposed to, what is that, Team X or whatever from Elon Musk? Wow. That they're saying like, oh, it's a delay and something. But how are we sending care packages up to space?
That's what I'm saying. And why is a Christmas hat part of it?
They want to be festive.
Cheers, man.
Also, like,
we're still
there was
stuck in
supposed to be an
space.
8-day trip. It has now been months.
Do you think they're having sex?
I mean, how do you have sex in space? Because you're floating.
But that's the thing. Because like, wouldn't you want to know?
Like high key, yeah. I would want to know.
Like what happened?
High key, like, am I like? Because you're floating. Have to, so like, how do you like?
Like at this point, it's just science.
Yeah, at this point, we're doing it for the research.
It's just a scientific experiment. Like that's what this is. It's nothing more than that. I just need to know how this works.
Right. Just want to know. I don't care much about everything else. Just need to know how it works.
Okay, so yeah, just wanted to call that to attention because
that's weird. I didn't see that at all.
Remember, I said we never made it to the moon. Fishy.
Here we go.
Fishy.
Third eye.
Third eye.
I do believe we made it to the moon. I need
my tin fucking foil hat.
Next week when you appear with that, I'm gonna laugh because I know I'm gonna forget, and then when you're on the thing, I'm gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
I'm like, you already know, and then I'm gonna put like background sounds. It's gonna be like, oh. Like she's coming into her person.
Imagine we should like AI it and like put like a spaceship and just like drop us both.
And it's like an alien lowering the hat
we're
onto
like,
the
hey.
head. While the angels sing in the background.
Not the angel. Oh my god.
Okay, so my next conspiracy is, and I think after this, I'm almost done with pop culture, so then you can go.
That's
but funny. This is one of Diddy's calls from jail. Listen to this shit. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Get
rid of the
pizza boxes and recycle the plastic.
You're in jail. And that's what you have to say to your son?
That's code, bitch.
Exactly.
That's coded, bitch.
Okay, now I just want to think of all the things it could be code for.
Ooh.
So, what do you think the pizza boxes are?
Give me a minute. Probably all like the tapes he filmed with everybody.
All the tapes, or like any paperwork.
Any video recordings.
Now, do you think he really kept them in pizza boxes?
Huh?
No. Don't question. Don't question.
Oh, I couldn't even hear you. That's how even the microphones knew it was gonna be a dumbass question.
The microphone wasn't even fucking with me on that one.
They're like, come on, bitch, get it together. Like, this is not what we're talking about. We sound so high.
And I wish. I haven't been high in months.
Yo, for real. Next week we'll take a gummy. See where it takes us.
Ooh,
Gummy time.
That'll be great. I'll be in New York, so definitely stocking up.
Oh my god, yes, you're coming to New York. Are you coming over again to film?
So we could get nothing done? Sure.
Yes, abandon them kids. No, I'm joking.
I might have to, but we'll talk.
We'll talk. That's offline us.
That's offline.
I think he definitely kept recordings because I feel like when you have.
He said he did. He said he has recordings on everybody, and that's how he was like.
Jay-Z just brought into it too?
Yes, and I remember I said that too. I did, but okay. So I feel,
sorry. Like my thought was just like it's wild. Like
no, it is. So I feel really conflicted about this because I don't know if I believe he had sex with a 13-year-old girl. I don't know, right? Like on this one, I don't know. I always felt like he'll be next, but for like killing Aaliyah, not for this. This threw me for a loop, and then it makes me very sad because he has a daughter around that age.
Most
so
predators have families.
I know, and that makes me very sad too.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. Like you're saying because they have daughters. Most predators have families. Like,
yeah, and I really wish that wasn't the case. I wish they were all like in a field by themselves, killing themselves. But I don't know, it's such a mindfuck. And then he put out that statement, which I thought was very calm, cool, collective, and smart. But then I listened to Flagrant with 50 Cent. And 50 Cent is like my spirit animal.
I love him.
He's just like, there's a deep love I have for that man. Not in like a sexual husband type of way, but like, can I just learn from you? And like, are you my dad? Like, like that type of love. More like a paternal love, I should say. That just makes it a lot easier. I should have just said that.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
50 Cent.
You see him as a paternal dad?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't. Okay. I'm going to need you to rephrase that whole story.
I was trying to say I don't see it as a sexual love. It's more like a paternal love.
Right. But the way you phrased it sounded like 50 Cent said these things about Jay-Z.
Oh my god, no.
That's why like my face went like that. I'm like, what the fuck? You are on drugs. Okay. I'm like, ain't no way 50 Cent saying that.
I was saying that I listened to him on Flagrant, and this is like, he made me like rethink something. Okay. Because it's like, at first I'm like, no way Jay-Z raped this girl. And then he put out that letter, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just a cash grab. But then, in the letter, Jay-Z is like, if I did that, come file like a criminal case, like come and get me, let's go to trial. And then 50 was like, yeah, he said that, but that's not really smart because the statute of limitation is up, so he already knows she can't do that.
100%. Statute of limitation is like 5 years.
Right, which is why he's calling, which needs to be changed.
No, 1,000%.
Which is why he feels so comfortable, like, dismissing it. And I was just like, wait, Daddy 50, like, I didn't even think of that.
Okay. I just think with the whole Jay-Z, there could be some truth to it. I don't, in that world, you just don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I, as soon as they said Jay-Z, I mean, we all said like, I mean, we all not we all said, but like people said like, you know, as soon as P Diddy gets caught, like he's taking down a lot of people with him, like,
Mm-hmm.
and Cat Williams, I refer back to that whole interview he did, like he said it, like P Diddy parties and all that stuff, like I don't, you just don't know. This is again, you don't know your celebrities like that. There's one persona that they have to the outside world, and then there's something that they do like in their privacy of
Mm-hmm.
their home or whatever. And it's just so crazy. When he put out that statement, I was just like, it's a PR statement. It's a
Right.
I'm gonna deny this and everything like that. Like you just don't know in that world. Like
Yeah.
you
It's
just
so
don't know.
true.
That's why like I
You,
don't
you can't trust anything.
yeah, you can't really just because like they put out a great PR statement. I'm like, what is that gonna do?
Right.
Like, yeah, there'll be some people again, and that's why I say never meet your favorites, because there's some people that are diehards that they're like, this is fake, this and that, and I'm like, listen, you're allowed to believe your own truth to whatever that is, but I feel like we know that, not that we know the world, but we know where there's smoke is fire. I feel,
Yeah.
and if he did or didn't, I'm pretty sure he has done bad stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that world is such a separation from like where we like what we are and what we live, because that's a whole different bracket of life that we're definitely
Yeah.
not part of. I mean, it's just crazy, to be quite honest.
Now, have you heard the biggest thing going on in pop culture this week or
What
these past couple weeks?
is it? The Luigi thing, the guy that killed the CEO?
That's second. I feel like that's died down.
Girl, hell no. People are out here for him. He did
And
the
I
perp
hate that.
walk, and somebody, one of the cops wore like fresh, like a Jordans, and they made a meme out of that, and I was
I
laughing.
know, you sent it to me.
Oh, did I?
I actually don't like talking about that because I feel like people are disgusting.
What do you mean?
Because he did nothing. This is not, you're not like going against the system. You're not killing the man who's killed your mom. Or like this man is just a man who runs a company. He's not a man who personally denied your claims or
But he's the
created
face
the
of the company
system.
that did.
And
And
killing
as a
him,
CEO, you do
nothing.
have power to change things.
And again, like I told you before, even if he changed things in one healthcare system and one healthcare insurance, that does not demolish the system.
No, not at all. But still.
And all Luigi did was take a father away from their kids, take a husband away from his wife. That's all he did. Because guess what? Tomorrow there's going to be a new CEO and you're still going to get denied.
Again, like I said in the previous,
So,
I'm 50-50.
Everybody over here like celebrating. What are you celebrating? There's nothing to celebrate. And maybe it's because I have a husband and kids and I'm just like, God forbid my husband became a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, finally accomplishes, his dream, and he's just doing his job, and then boom, he gets shot because somebody's upset. Because also the other flip side is health insurance has also saved a lot of people.
Putting people into debt though of thousands
No,
and thousands of
by
dollars.
allowing healthcare has also saved a lot of people.
Healthcare, it does and it doesn't.
Yeah, but you can't kill somebody who has. You can't. Killing him did nothing. It did nothing.
Okay.
So what are you celebrating?
It could spark something. I don't know. I'm not saying kill every CEO. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
But that is what you guys are saying when you're like, yeah, kill him. He's dead. Now what? Kill every CEO? That's what is that gonna do? You're literally not doing anything but killing a father and a husband. He's literally just gonna get replaced tomorrow.
Right.
Just like he replaced somebody
his
else.
job position was already opened.
Exactly. So what are you doing?
I don't know. Again,
Like,
like
what
I
is
said in the
the
previous
point?
pod, I was 50-50. I do feel bad that now a person is
What
dead.
is the point?
But
Like,
I
and
don't
then
feel bad
everybody.
because, like, again, these insurances are scams. They're all scams. Yeah, they might save, but like,
So is capitalism. So is government.
everything's a scam.
So is all of that. So
Yeah,
like,
but like,
why
this is
if
just
that
the
was
first
the
time we
case?
see it happen, though. This is the first time somebody actually pulled the trigger.
And that I don't understand how that excites people or like brings
That's
up
just
this
some
like
people's yums.
I'm yucking that yum.
Do
Right?
you
I'm
listen?
yucking that yum.
Listen.
I am.
Like I said, it's 50-50 my moral compass on that.
I don't think that's your moral compass. That's 50-50. I think your moral compass is the part of you that's saying it's not right, and the other part of you is the petty side that's like, yeah, kill that bitch.
Well, again, it's just like, no, I didn't say kill them. I said I don't feel bad for the death.
Okay.
That's what I said. I
just don't like. And then the
there's
memes.
other people saying other wild shit. What
And the
I
meme
said is
is
that
like,
you killed somebody who was a father, a husband, whatever. I mean, whatever it was. But another part is that, like, for me, it was just like, I don't feel bad because your company that you represent has denied claims for a lot of people and they have died. How are you denying somebody insulin, something that you need to live? You increase the price. These people need, like, there's people, again, that need a lot of drugs to live, but these drugs cost thousands of dollars that will put yourself into a hole. So that's what I'm saying. I don't feel bad for what he represented. That's where I'm coming from.
I don't look
I'm not
at it
celebrating
like
and saying kill every CEO. Maybe every CEO should be on the watch, but I'm not saying that.
Well, that's fucked up too, because then how are you supposed to, like, what are you supposed to strive for?
Look how Aetna quickly reversed their shit. Remember when they were like, we're gonna time anesthesia? That's dumb.
Yeah, but that's one policy that they just put out. They're not gonna start not denying people for insulin
yes, but
now.
imagine you go under to get a simple procedure, and then that procedure lasts 4 hours, and now you're out of pocket for $50,000 for something that you thought your insurance was
I
gonna
understand
cover.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is killing him does not do anything, because the other thing with these companies is it's not just one person making the
what
rule.
he represented. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but what is killing him? You just said he was gonna get replaced. His position was already open.
Yeah.
So what is it gonna do? It's not doing anything.
Make a conversation. You just never know.
I don't know. I think that is foolish.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's foolish. That's just what I think. I don't think that killing this man is gonna cause any change in anything.
That's perfectly fine.
Because, and then it's also, United Healthcare isn't the only health insurance.
No, I know. It's just the first health insurance CEO to get shot. That's why it's so big now.
Even if United Healthcare went under or tried to change their policies now, which isn't going to happen, because it's not just as simple as changing your policy. Those policies pay for doctors, they pay for medicine, they pay for hospitals, they pay for a lot more. So the whole infrastructure will have to change.
Right.
And United Healthcare doing that isn't going to, like, it's just going to make United Healthcare go down. It's just going to make the next health insurance come up, because there's still Cigna, there's still Aetna, there's still Blue Cross Blue Shield, there's still so many other ones that are still running the same cycle. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I understand wanting to change healthcare. I don't think this is going to get there.
No, but I think
I feel like this is like,
it did open a lot of conversations.
I don't think that it's going to open a lot of conversations.
I think it
did. I think because it's the same way that Black people marched and cried and protested for Black Lives Matter. That didn't change shit. It doesn't change anything. They just use this to be like, oh, look, yeah, that's a crazy person, and keep doing the same shit. So I don't know, maybe I'm jaded where I feel like, because if that was the case, I would have thought all the marches that happened during COVID, we would have had some type of change within the Justice Department, but we haven't. So I don't believe that it's going to change anything. And I just think that this man got killed, and then his kids are crying and grieving, and everybody's making a meme talking about, yeah, he deserved it. And it's like, that's really fucked up.
No, like, it is fucked up.
It is really fucked up. So I just don't like talking about it for that. I just feel like I get wanting to change the health insurance. Like, I absolutely hate health insurance. I wish it was free. I wish we had better systems. I wish we had doctors who weren't in it just for the crazy salaries, but because they wanted to help people. I wish a lot of things would change within the healthcare system. I just don't believe that this is going to get it. But yeah, so I get the sentiment. I get wanting to spark conversations and inspire and all that. But it's like, I don't believe it's gonna come from that.
And that's perfectly fine.
I think it will come from like a president needs health insurance and their claims get denied, and then it's like, oh yeah, okay, well we need to change this because this is crazy.
Presidents will
Then
never
they'll
get
change
denied.
some shit.
They have probably the best care ever.
Exactly. Until it
Affects the 1%. Yeah.
Until it inconveniences the 1%, it's not gonna change shit.
That is true.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, start finding out ways to inconvenience them and their health care, and then the healthcare would change.
First, start with their taxes.
He's just a cog. He's just a cog in the wheel. The wheel gonna keep going. He's just a cog in the wheel, and that's just how I feel about that. But what I was talking about was Kendrick Lamar in one of his songs said, "No white comedians make fun of black women. That's law."
About I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Came after Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz deserves that though.
No, he doesn't.
Wasn't that what he said when he was interviewing
Shits and Gigs?
Yeah.
He makes jokes about everybody. Like, I listen to Andrew Schultz on Brilliant Idiots and Flagrant. I've watched him from MTV early days, so I'm like a heavy Andrew Schultz fan. He makes fun of literally everybody, okay? And the Shits and Gigs thing, it wasn't even that serious. Like,
it was a little uncomfortable though.
They were talking about Travis Kelce and the black wife glow up, and saying, like, you know how white guys get a black girl, they start looking a lot better. So Andrew made a joke and was like, nah, they start losing their hair because they get stressed out or some shit like that. That's the joke.
But doesn't that just make sense? Because it makes sense. I'm sorry. Doesn't that just like say something like a stereotype?
Yeah, it's a joke.
Okay.
But in the same podcast, he makes fun of like himself, white men, Asian men, like literally every race, every gender can get it. He makes fun of literally everything, and he always does. This isn't the first black joke he's made. This isn't the first woman joke he's made, and it's not gonna be the last. Like, he's just one of those comics that comes at everything and everybody. And I don't mean like the one who was talking about Puerto Ricans are trash. He doesn't, like, it's not disrespectful like that. You know what I mean? Like the one in the Trump rally who was saying,
I'm nodding because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure. Okay, like, I feel like he called people trash. Like, that's wild. Andrew would make jokes off of stereotypes. That's different. That's how comedy used to be. I don't know. I guess because I've always listened to him, I'm used to it. And I'm used to him making fun of like every single body. And then people who aren't used to it or don't know who he is or like how his comedy is, they're like, oh, white man saying something about black women. And it's like, guys. Like, let's relax. And then I think the only reason that Kendrick even said anything was because after he said that, like, while he's talking to Shits and Gigs, he's like, oh shit, Kendrick fans, come and get them, because Shits and Gigs was laughing along with him. So it's like, he kind of called Kendrick out there, and I think that's why Kendrick said anything. But Andrew Schultz has been talking about every single race and every single gender for decades. So it's like, why now?
I guess, like, all I can say with that is just like, I heard the episode and I definitely took it a different way. I felt like he was just like poking at that, like making fun of black women. And so I just felt, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of like, ugh. Like, it made me feel uncomfortable. So I was just like, oh, okay. Like, but I think that then it was like the kind of like the downfall of shits and gigs a little bit. Not that they fell the whole way, but like they
Yeah.
definitely did go lower. They, of
Yes, he
course they
did.
apologized. I don't think Andrew ever apologized, to be quite honest.
No,
I don't remember. I really can't remember because this happened months ago too.
he didn't, but it wouldn't make sense for him to, because if he apologized for making a joke about black women, then
Right.
one, he would stop all his comedy and then apologize to every single demographic out there.
And then,
And then-
so with the song with Kendrick, I think it was just I just think Kendrick like knew to say that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Again, we said in the preview, like Kendrick is
Like,
a
he's just talking
lyricist.
about pop culture.
Huh? He listens to the
He,
pod?
like, no, like, he's just talking about pop culture. Like, he probably saw it going viral or whatever.
Again,
and
yeah,
was
like there, and again, you
Yeah.
have to then watch the full episode and not just the clip.
Right,
Like
exactly.
that's where I feel like a lot of things happen in like
Mhm,
again, that's why I watched the whole episode because that
mhm,
clip alone, I was like, okay, but and it's still just it just felt like he kept poking and poking and poking. That's how
mhm,
I took it as the
mhm.
episode. But like, and he may have just seen that one clip. I don't know what Kendrick did. Kendrick, don't come at us. Like, I'm just saying. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
'cause
I'm not
Kendrick
saying I
listens
know
to
you
this
were. I'm just
pod.
saying. What did you see? You called it out? But I always feel like this happens a lot with comedians. They
Mhm,
say wild shit,
mhm.
and like, okay, I'm not. I hate when I'm trying to talk about something serious and I start smiling because I can never do a conversation. But it's kind of like when they did the roast of Tom Brady and like that one guy
Mhm.
came out and he's like, what is it? Aaron Hernandez says hi from hell. And I was like, wow, just wow. Like, you know,
You see, that's what comedy used to be.
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think again, we grew up on South Park.
Right.
We grew up on Family Guy.
Right.
No, there's some things that you just can't be up. Like,
But this is what I'm saying, is I think the reason why I love Andrew Schultz so much is because I miss comedy where it was like raw and unfiltered and everybody was getting jokes. Like, I don't like if one demographic is marginalized because then that's just bullying. But like,
right.
if you're the type of person where like this person gets it, that person gets it, that person gets it,
Nobody's
everybody
safe.
gets
Nobody's safe.
it, and then nobody's safe, and then he also makes fun of himself. I feel like
that is weird though.
He did that for a role.
Oh, okay. Is the mustache gone now?
Yeah,
I felt very
but
uncomfy with the mustache.
yeah, the Hitler mustache was for a role.
Oh, okay, because
But
that mustache was very uncomfortable. And,
yeah,
and at one
it
point, I just kept
probably made it
staring at the
worse.
mustache. I was like, "What is?"
It probably made it worse.
That's what I
But
think it is too. It's just like how he was.
it's just a mustache.
But it was just like shape. You look like Hitler,
Right. But this is what I'm saying. Like, he makes fun of himself. He makes fun of everybody. That's the kind of comedy I miss, because then it's like we all get the jokes, we're all laughing at ourselves and each other, and that's fun. And I miss that before everybody was getting canceled, when we could watch South Park and Family Guy and
Oh my god, the old Family Guys episode would not last in this generation.
Right, but then also Kendrick is doing a show with South Park, who has notoriously made fun of black people. So he can't be that mad.
It's
and
like
then
people turn blind eyes to such random things.
Exactly. But this is what I'm saying. Like, Andrew is the same type of comedian as the South Park people, because South Park gives it to everybody, just like he does. And it's just like, I don't understand why it's this big thing. But the part, that's not even the part. Kendrick could diss whoever he wants. I don't care. He's my favorite.
They're also coming at the point where they should have said that Shits and Gigs should have stood up for people too.
Yeah, but also if Shits and Gigs found it funny, then they should just say that and stop being little pussies and being like, oh, I'm sorry for the backlash. Like, if you found it funny, just laugh. Just be like, it's funny. We love black women. Everybody loves black women. It's all good. That's it. Like, it's not that serious. You know, he didn't say he didn't say anything crazy about black women. He poked at a stereotype. He didn't say kill the bitch. He just said she a little stressful. You know? That's it. But the part that's crazy to me, and this we spoke about with Taylor Swift a little while ago. So now Kendrick
we
fans
mentioned her once. We didn't talk about You just said the name.
No, other podcast.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you
We're like, we have whole podcast talking about her. But, and she
okay.
yelled at me for her. But,
I was like, we have not mentioned her once like 10 seconds ago.
no, okay. So what I was getting at is the same thing with Taylor Swift with Kendrick fans, and I'm a Kendrick fan, so this is crazy to me. They're commenting on Andrew's picture saying they're gonna kill his daughter.
Oh my god!
And this is just for that, and it's like, bro, that is wild.
That's fucking wild.
It is fucking like. Granted, he's getting death threats. Alex from, do you know who Alex is? He owns WTF Media with Wheezy. He's on Flagrant. He also is getting death threats. Like, it's just like this got so inflated for no reason, especially because half the men who are over here talking about they're gonna kill Andrew Schultz's daughter talk more shit about black women than Andrew ever did. So, or be like, I'm gonna get me a Becky because black women are stressful. He wouldn't have this stereotype to make fun of if black men didn't start it. So, like, let's calm the fuck down.
So
And
you're saying like within the own community,
right?
Okay.
Within the own community, we're disrespected by our own, and then now you want to fake protect black women and be like, you're gonna kill this man's daughter. Please sit the fuck down. Please sit down.
How about you start respecting us first?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Also, don't bring people's kids into this.
Don't bring people's
or
kids.
families.
Families alone.
Yeah, like if you're gonna come after like one-on-one.
Like, Jesus Christ.
It's also kind of like when there's like beefs with anybody. It's kind of then they start trying to attack the dog. I'm like, I think once you take it to the family and especially the kids, it's like, no, you're beefing with one person. And if you were to hurt them in that way, you're a horrible person.
Right.
Because that the family didn't do anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which is, again, this is why I feel that it's hard being in the public eye too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, especially when you start having your own family.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know how old Andrew Schultz's daughter is. I think she was like 1 or 2. Like,
she's not even young. She's at like 8 months.
8 months. Wow. And that's because then like you have now made that I'm assuming he's married, right? Like to okay. So now you made his wife. Like, imagine you're just going day by day in New York and now you don't know. I don't know they're based in New York either. That I just like just because New York, I'm over here. Like, imagine you're just walking your daughter and then like that's what your number one fear now. Like, somebody's coming after me. Because when you start posting, like obviously you post your family online, like people will recognize their faces. I feel like now that's an internal fear.
Yeah.
Of like Andrew's wife and now his daughter too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think for me, like with the whole UHC thing and then the whole Andrew thing, my whole message and what I always stand for is violence isn't necessary and jokes are just jokes. But jokes about violence isn't funny, especially when there are grieving people or people who are truly hurt by it. And that's it. That's it. It's that simple. You know what I mean? It's that simple.
I think humor is humor. Yeah, I'm like, humor is humor.
So, yeah, humor is humor.
For me, I don't, and maybe again, I'm very disassociated, but like, I'll laugh at a joke. Like, even if there is like some type of violence in it, I feel.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna clarify some of the things that we said just to like be clear. I had to change rooms because my gremlins came home, so I mean it's a little darker, but just bear with me.
Bear through the changes we have to go through real life.
So first, I want to clarify my position on the UHC CEO being killed. I feel like he is just, like I said, he's just a cog in the wheel, and it's gonna create a big conversation now but I don't think that is what's needed to create actual change in the future. Therefore, his death is purposeless, and now kids and a wife are without their father, husband, and that makes me sad for them. And it also makes me sad seeing a lot of people saying he deserves to die, fuck him, celebrating his death, when, to be honest, he's gonna get replaced in a week or after holidays, and everything is gonna just continue.
And for me, I was trying to understand Vicky because I haven't seen those jokes that Vicky's talking about. I seen the ones that they were like glamorizing Luigi, and
Yeah.
like people like are in the where he did like the perp walk where he was held in jail. They're like, oh, what
Mm-hmm.
kind like are they watching this from inside the jail? And then people, the inmates would yell, yes, we are. Like, you know, that's
Yeah.
the type of side that I've been watching. So I wasn't really understanding where Vicky was coming from, and this is why we clarify things, because sometimes me and Vicky are on different pages because I'm like, I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
she's talking about, and she may not know what I'm talking about, and that's okay too. And it's also okay to have different perspectives on things, guys. Like,
Yeah.
it's perfectly.
And it's also, I realize, a lot very confusing for Connie because I love dark jokes.
Yes.
And we
Okay, yeah.
change.
So me and Vicky love dark humor. This is something we
Yes.
discovered.
Yeah.
So when Vicky was just like, we can't laugh about violence, and I'm like, but that's like most of the jokes that sometimes we make fun of.
Right.
Like, and that's the
Right.
dark humor in us too. Like, there was one day, and this is not making fun of anybody, but like there was like like those, that trend right now on TikTok that's saying, if I worked here, this is the songs I would do. And somebody was like, if I worked in STD clinic, they would put Usher, Let It Burn. And I'm like, that's hilarious. If I were like shit like that, so I'm saying.
Like, I love a good dark joke.
So I think
But
that's where
I
I got confused. Like, if you see my face on the podcast earlier, it was because I was trying to internally understand what Vicky was saying without like,
right.
because I couldn't put it into words either.
Right. So, like, Connie was talking about the Luigi jokes. Those are funny. The ones that I get, some of them I don't get. Like
The
the
Jordan
one,
ones you don't get.
it took me. I still don't get it, to be honest. I was
Because the
like,
cops were wearing dress shoes, and one of the cops looked himself in that day in the mirror and was like, I'm gonna pull up with fresh Jordans. I don't know if they were fresh or cooked.
when
Because
you sent it to me, I was like, "What's happening? Is Jordan condoning this? Did he sponsor it?" Like, I didn't know what was going on. Some jokes just don't land, but those, like, jokes about Luigi are fine to me. It's just the people celebrating, and I've been seeing a lot of it. I don't know, like, what's up in
What
my
algorithm
feed.
are you on?
I know, like, I don't know what TikTok I'm in. It's scary here.
Sometimes that's the algorithm you land on, and you're like, how did I get here?
Yeah, and they're just all like, kill him. And I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. So that, I feel like, is what I was saying, where I'm like, I don't like talking about this because I don't like seeing all that. That's crazy. And then also with, what's it called? Andrew Schultz. Okay, as a Black woman, I understand that we are always the butt of a joke. I know all of the stereotypes against us. I am Black and Latina, so I get all of it. But I also appreciate really good jokes. And like I just said, dark humor. So I like when comedians aren't afraid to make fun of everybody, but like respectfully. Make fun of our stereotypes. They're funny, you know? It's our people who perpetuated them to even make them a thing in the first place. Go ahead. Tastefully make fun of us. But don't bash us or bully us or disrespect us like homeboy from the Trump rally. That's not okay. That's where I draw the line. I feel like in all the comedy that I've watched Andrew Schultz do, I don't feel like he does that. I feel like he's more on the level of like a Family Guy or SNL or, South Park, where he does evenly make fun of people. He makes fun of the whites, he makes fun of the blacks, he makes fun of the Spanish, he makes fun of the Asians, literally makes fun of every and anybody. He even makes fun of himself. So that's why I feel like he's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion on that and what I was trying to say, as far as like, I don't understand what the big deal is. I also feel like I don't like when people laugh in the moment and then you try to be like, haha, that's so funny. And then when people tell you like, oh, you shouldn't, then you try to backtrack and take it back. because I feel like you're not standing on how you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that I didn't really like or respect from shits and gigs, and I felt like it wasn't necessary. But they did what they did. It's cool. No, you know,
They got
it is.
nervous, probably 100%.
Yeah,
The numbers
like
were
I
starting
totally
to
get
drop.
it.
They
You
were
don't know
starting
how
to
to
get
handle
canceled.
it like that. Yeah, it really sucks for them because they were really like on a climb, and that kind of knocked them down a bit. And I feel like they didn't know how to handle it. And so
When it's your first scandal, you know.
yeah, like I totally get it. Like it's nothing bad on them. I'm not saying they did anything wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying like if you thought it was funny, just say it's funny. Like the fuck, and then make a joke about yourself. That's it. You know, and that's my stance, and I just want to clarify that.
Clarification is just always needed, you know?
Anytime.
You know, and that's like the good thing about this. It's just like we could
Yeah.
clarify because one, sometimes within us, we're just like, what?
Yeah, no, definitely. And then me and Connie, we have different views on a lot of things, more things than I think we realized until we started recording it, and
Yeah.
then we're like, oh,
Okay.
but it's good. I like it because then we get to like talk it out and get different perspectives, and you know, like I'm never not going to talk to her because of her perspective, and vice versa.
Right.
You know, like
But
I
it's
think we've
always
been,
so good to see a fresh perspective.
yeah,
Something
definitely.
I haven't really thought about.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then what is the last thing in pop? Oh, this is just some regular sports news. Apparently, Aaron Rod. Oh God, what's his name? You know, I'll cut that part out. It doesn't even matter about sports news because I already forgot his name.
That guy from the Yankees who was transferred to the Mets.
Oh my God, the Juan Soto thing, girl. Fucking Jose. All Mets fans are happy. He ain't gonna help. I don't know. I'm just maybe just hating because like I'm a Yankees fan, but it's just what.
My boss nearly cursed me out in Mexico.
Oh
He's
my
like, "You're
God.
from Queens, right?" And I'm like, "Till I die." And then he's like,
People are gonna love it till I die.
"Okay, what about whiskey sour? Like till I die?" And he's like, "The Mets too, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Okay, you need to calm down.
I'm gonna need you to comment back." No, because with the Juan Soto thing, it was always a talk of where he would be traded off to. And I'm just saying, again, we circle back to what we said in the original pod. All New York's teams suck. Okay. It's only going to be a little matter of time before he goes to another team like the Dodgers? Question mark. Is that a baseball team?
Dodgers,
Bitch, stop talking. The amount of times this bitch gives me a heart attack is not okay. Also, then I customize her to give me news, and I'm like, don't talk to me. Like, no, the whole Juan Soto getting traded to the Mets, signed a 15-year contract for like $400 billion.
Yeah.
So that means he cannot get traded for 15 years. So the Mets go on a down climb, and they can only rely on one person. You ain't going that far either, Mets.
First of all, that much money, he is the team. Okay.
Yeah, how do you then pay the salaries for everybody else? Like, how is that broken down?
What is everybody else getting?
And is that $400 billion throughout his 15 years? Like, how much he's getting a year? I want to know his yearly salary.
That's really wild. Like,
400.
why don't you just
also like that? Just doesn't even sound like a real number.
It doesn't for one person to play baseball.
And I get it, people are talented, but I'm like, damn,
you're not that talented.
Not on New York team, at least. Look how many times we got. Didn't somebody from the Nets come, and we thought this was gonna be it, and then they also disappointed us too.
I feel like this always happens to people who watch sports. Oh my God, I saw this meme.
Oh, tell me.
What was the meme? It was like a comedian. He was talking about sports, and he was like, "Fellas, I figured it out. If you want to get your girl into sports, this is what you need to do. Don't sell them on the points, like they're up by whatever. Sell them on the drama.
I want to be like the Wags. Oh
my God, yes. Like the only reason I want to watch Dallas Cowboys is because I watched the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader documentary. That's it. I don't care about anything else. I just want to see when they perform because I feel like I know them now.
They're my besties. We're in the inner circle.
Like I'm one of them.
No, but you know what's crazy when it comes to like those cheerleaders in football? They're cold. They must be so cold.
Oh, absolutely. Like we were when we were sluts on Halloween during
Always
blizzards.
bring it back to what we used to do.
Okay, like
But like sometimes they like play in like Missouri, which is like a -10, and I'm like, oh no. The way I would come out there in my North Face hoodie, my North Face black jacket. The New York teams are not gonna go anywhere. I mean, I'm a hater always and forever. But this is like the same thing. Like, look how bad the Yankees choked when we got to the World Series. Like, fucking, and they put their money on like on Aaron Judge.
on the team.
What?
Wasn't this $400 billion Juan Soto on the team?
And I'm not gonna lie, he was carrying the team. Everybody was banking on Aaron Judge and he couldn't even hit. He kept choking. I feel like what's his face?
Men.
Soto was the one doing most of the home runs.
What do men do the best? Choke.
Oh. No way! I thought we were gonna be on the same page with that.
I think we were. They're just synonyms of each other. I was just saying choke as a play off of what you were saying about how they choke.
Like just disappointment because that's what all men do. Oh my goodness. Anything else that happened in pop culture? Oh, guys. No wait. Yeah, guys. The biggest news that like literally takes over. Selena Gomez got engaged.
The disappointment is back.
Well, as a Selena Gomez fan,
and
she got engaged. Her ring is beautiful.
I did see that. It was beautiful.
Nice ass ring. I sent that ring right to Jose. I was like, idea board. 20 carats, boo. Not joking. But make it happen.
Be with for a long time.
Make it happen. No, I'm joking. But that's a beautiful ring. And I'm so happy for her because now, like, as soon as anybody ever gets engaged, like, all of a sudden, their left hand is for everything. Like, I don't know how I'm going to be when I get engaged, but I feel like I'm going to be like, Vicky, let me hold the mic this way.
I was really sad because, like, for the first week, I couldn't wear my ring because it didn't fit my fingers. I had warts on my pinky.
It was close. It was close.
I'm engaged. It just can't go on this finger because I won't have any circulation. But then once I got it resized, it was like everything. It
was like, wow, is there hair on my face? Hold on, excuse.
Okay, here we go. It was like everything. Like, hello. Do you need something? Like,
shake my hand this way.
Anyway, and all the boomerangs with the drinks had to be with like my hand like this.
Now I gotta like. I mean, I don't know when I'm getting engaged. I would hope soon, but. Am I gonna be like this the whole time? Like, hold on, like this, like, hey.
Yes, that's exactly how you're gonna be.
And also just life update. We saw the Rockettes and the Rockefeller Tree.
Oh.
And the Rockettes, such a great show, but like, how do those girls just fucking kick so high?
Okay, remember I said I feel like I know the Dallas Cowboy girls.
Yes, besties.
Vicky still there?
Huh?
Vicky from the Dallas Cowboy. You didn't watch the documentary. Okay, so one of the girls from there went to the Rockettes.
I couldn't really see their faces, but I'm hoping they are. I just forgot how beautiful the Rockette show is in general. It was really nice. It was very like interactive. Yeah. I liked it. Def recommend. I went to the late night show because there was no way me and Jose were going to go to the 7 p.m. show. I know us. We probably would have ran late. What's funny is I told him, I'm like, I'm leaving this house at 7 p.m. You could choose to be here or not. But I will meet you there. And we got there so early. We got dinner before, and then we saw the show. It was so cold, yo, bro. They opened the side doors, and that shit, like, as soon as the show was done, like, not even a second after the whole show was done, they opened the side, and that breeze. So a girl that wasn't wearing her jacket just yet, I was like, okay, kick us out. Why don't you? Like, calm the fuck down. I know you guys want to go home, but damn, like, I didn't need that. And then we went to go see the tree really quick. And then I was like, oh, let's go. And Jose was like, I'm fucking freezing. I was like, Zach's didn't do their annual show this year.
Mm-hmm.
which sucks. But other than
Oh
that,
yeah, I heard that it's not, and that sucks. So I want to take the kids to see that.
take them to the tree.
Well, yeah, but the tree just looks the same every year. So I was gonna be like, look
And you know
over
what? I
here.
did want to report. Yes, it does.
Same tree.
Same tree. And you know what? I will criticize. It wasn't that tall this year.
I just feel like they could change colors. Like they could do a blue theme, a pink theme, a rainbow
Oh, I
theme, a
would
red theme.
love a pink tree.
Christmas. Like you. Anyways, I digress. Yeah. So that's today's pod.
It was as chaotic as we thought it would be.
It's as chaotic as Convict is.
Yes. Next time I will share the pod notes.
Also, if you think that my sick voice is sexy,
You sound
please.
like Sophia Bush.
Oh my god!
Like,
Do
I wanted to
I?
comment on that. Like, when I get sick, that's when I want to talk the most because I know I
No,
sound like Sophia Bush.
but that's the thing is that when I talk, I don't hear Sophia Bush. I hear like nails scratching on the wall.
No, I was like, ooh, Vicky's trying to seduce me from this pod.
Oh, girl! No, I'm not gonna shut up.
Rich is texting me, tell her to shut up.
Okay, so I have a positive quote.
Positive quote time.
Okay. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Isn't that just like us in a nutshell? Like, we just trying every day, okay? And that's by George Bernard Shaw. You go ahead, George Bernard Shaw.
Whoever you were or are.
Whoever,
You're
wherever,
dead or
whoever.
alive.
We appreciate your quote. Your words kept you alive.
Ah.
Unagi.
Oh.
This is the Convict Podcast.
Oh,
We are going to start a book club
in January 2025.
We are going to post stuff on the TikTokers, the YouTubes, and the Instagrams, letting you guys know where you can sign up. And we're going to decide what the first book will be. And we can't wait to discuss. Maybe we'll do lives and discuss with our book club members. But
I can see us on the live and just like me passing out midway. I'm like,
and please remember, if you guys have any listener letters, questions, concerns, stories, please email us at convictpodcast@gmail.com and subscribe, follow, like, love, comment at
repost, retweet,
repost on Instagram, YouTube, X, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. That's at Convict Podcast. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.